Good evening and salutations, my GH fans. You know, I wish I could be watching tomorrow's episode. That's what I wish. I wish I could be sitting there watching tomorrow's episode. I didn't think this episode was bad. I thought this episode was pretty boring. Half of the time I'm sitting there watching it, I'm just like, Side note. Okay, so I do believe in representing all holidays, not just Christmas. I mean, I'm a Christmas guy, but I can respect other people's holidays, Kwanzaa, Hanukkah, and I don't really remember them talking about any of those other holidays at all. So I feel like that was a little kind of lacking, And like I said, I love Christmas. It's my favorite time of year. But I also do respect other people's holidays, and I think they should be represented also. So, I don't know. I was just like, wow, they kind of really dropped the ball there. So, everyone is not there celebrating Christmas. You got, at the Davis house, you got so many damn people. You have TJ, Molly, Christina, Sean, Sam, Danny, Emily. I know they call her Scout, but I really don't like that name. But yeah, Scout there. All celebrating Christmas. Sean is now, like, I don't know exactly what he said, but he does something with the publisher. I don't know if something with the Invader. I don't know if he's the publisher or the guy that's doing a non-for-profit for the Invader. I don't know, but I think he owns the Invader in some sort of way. So that was kind of a shock. But he's going to be turning around because the Invader is kind of like a gossip magazine. And you've seen those like before, and they're just so bad. They're bad, but they're eye-catching because they just show the worst type of stuff. But anyway, he says he's going to change it around, and pretty sure it's probably going to disappoint a lot of people that's subscribed to that magazine. So then he toasted, and at first, Alexis got like some alcohol beverage. I think she had some wine or whatever. And she was like, everyone can have the hard stuff, and, I'll stick to the water. And Molly was just like, no, I didn't want you to just stick to, water or whatever. And I just stood there and looked at her like, I'm sorry, what? I was like, whoa, you can speak for yourself. I want to that damn champagne. You done lost your goddamn mouth. What the hell is wrong with you? It's not just speaking for everyone else. I was to tell you, I'm not going to lie, that kind of reminds me of, I think like a couple years ago, when they had Thanksgiving. Stella was there, the old Jordan was there, and, she was talking about how they had like vegan food or something like that, and it was just one of those things where it's like, did everyone know that, like, they were going to be going to your place to have vegan food? Like, she didn't have given, like, them a heads up or anything like that? Anyway, they toast to Sean's new venture, and, they're a little worried about Alexis, because, she's kind of not really doing anything, and, Sam is like, listen, if she's not doing something, then that's the problem. They also got a new Danny. So, let's see, we got a new Scout. We got a new Charlotte. We got a new Danny. I know some people were kind of disappointed because they wanted them to, grow up like Robin did. Which every time I always sit there and think about that, I always felt like that was just very interesting. Just literally sitting there watching this person grow up. Same thing with Star. She was Kiki for a little bit. Watching her grow up on the show was just crazy. But anyway, for whatever odd reason, they got a new Danny. So, that's the thing. Now, at Maxie's place, you got Nina, you got, well, obviously Maxie, and you got Ulbrich. And, you know, they were talking about Wiley and, you know, how she wanted to see her, you know, see Wiley, but she can't because, you know, of all the things that she's done. And, you know, you got Ulbrich is like, well, I don't understand what the problem is, you know, it's Christmas, and why can't, you know, you see Wiley, why can't they allow you visitation? I'm sitting there looking at Ulbrich like, are you kidding me? You're joking, right? You really don't understand why they have a problem with Nina seeing Wiley after everything that Nina did. It's just one of those things where it's like, why do you gotta make her sit there and say dumb stuff like that? I like Ulbrich, okay? And to have her say something that stupid is just like, I was so disappointed. So disappointed. Now, on the Quartermains, you got Drew hanging out with Monica. And I'm going to be honest. Like, Drew, Cameron has literally been my personal VIP guy right there. Or MVP guy, because I'm gonna be honest, this episode was just so dull and boring. And don't get me wrong, that's some nice moments. That's some really nice moments. There was some nice moments between Drew and Scout and stuff like that, and you know, him getting the pink scarf. Not gonna lie, it actually looked kind of cool. I actually want one. But he was literally just the damn highlight of this episode. Every time I see that guy, no matter what kind of episode it is, seeing him it's just so worth it. Anyway, Brooklyn was in one of her moods. I'm really trying with this woman. I am really trying with this woman. I don't know if I'm ever gonna really like Brooklyn. Don't get me wrong. Like, in this episode, she was being annoying as hell. It was just one of those things, like, I had to sit there, right, Brooklyn is in one of her usual moods. And I had to throw the pen and realized I had to pause it to go and get the damn pen. But towards the end, she actually did do something nice. You know, she comes over there with Bailey, with Chase, to go see Maxie, so this way Maxie can spend some time with her child, so I was just kind of like, you know, in the beginning you were just acting like a goddamn bitch. And then you did something nice, and I actually got to give you props for that, so. Okay. So Ulbrich sees Scott, brings him out in the hallway, and says, you know, she wants to get Willow on a stand to, you know, help with Nina's defense as far as, you know, spilling the beans about the whole, those two are in love at one point. And Scout's like, I don't know about that because she can lie. She may not, you know, she may not tell the truth. I don't know, she's kind of a wild card. But, you know, Ulbrich is like, alright, well, you know, it's something. You know, we gotta try anything at this point. I'm sitting there thinking, didn't you originally not want this secret to be, you know, brought out because, well, you know, Carly would go, you know, wilding out on Nina when she finds out? Wasn't that the reason why you didn't want her on the stand in the first place? Because the secret would get blurted out? But now you're okay with it because it's somebody else? I mean, the fallout is still the same. You know, whatever. It should be interesting tomorrow. So, I guess that's what Scott's going to sit there and do. Curtis and Portia was there to sit there and talk about Marshall. I'm not going to lie. I probably was like, why? I was partly going to sit there and say, what was Curtis' role in this whole episode? What what was Curtis and Portia's role in this whole episode? Because I felt like they could have almost just been left out. But they had to be there for, I guess, one important moment. So, okay. I mean, Portia seemed like, let's just talk about the other part and we'll get to why I'm saying what I'm saying. So, Marshall, is at the hospital to volunteer to sit there and sing for the patients and stuff. And talking to Epiphany, and throughout, their talks, he's trying to get her to sing. Because, she knows how to sing. And to be honest, she was actually pretty good. At first she's like, I don't really sing or whatever. It's against tradition or against... I think she set the rules or something like that. Why? I don't understand why. But anyway, she didn't want to sing. And after pushing and pushing and pushing, finally, she was like, all right, fine, we'll sing. I'll sing. So they're playing, and she's singing, and the song actually sounded really nice. And, Portia and Curtis sees them, playing for the patients and stuff. So, Curtis looks, and now before that happened, Portia says something along the lines of, what if you don't find anything? Like, what if he isn't as bad as you're making him out to seem? Like, you're looking for the worst, and what if there is none? What are you going to do then? And then seeing them play and stuff like that, and, Curtis just kind of gave Marshall like a nod, like a sign of respect or whatever, and then walked off to go do, holiday things with Portia. So, Marshall smiled, and I guess it was a sign of some sort of progress. Now, I'm really interested to know why Marshall left. What is this secret that he's hiding? Is it something that's going to be really interesting? My God, I hope it's going to be something interesting, because if it is disappointing, I've been watching this show since high school. Okay? I've been watching it and seeing when you had Christopher Tyler on there, when you had, I forgot the other guy that played Lucky. You had a couple Luckies. The hell was his name? Jacob something? You had Jacob, and then you had Greg, and he was actually pretty great. And you had the original Lucky that came back. So I've been watching it for a while. And I've always enjoyed it for the most part, and I don't know what's changed. I don't know if my expectations have gotten higher, like I expect more, or has it actually gone downhill a little bit? I don't know. And I don't mean to sit there and seem like a Debbie Downer or whatever, but it's like, watching the past couple episodes, been like, Now when I say it like that, I don't mean that there wasn't good moments in those episodes. Like, I forgot to talk about Sonny, because Sonny and his family, Michael and Willow and Wiley and Dante and Sonny. That's Sonny. Anyway, Dante and Dante found out that Sonny paid for the house, and he came to say thank you, and they just had a nice, good bonding moment. And it was actually nice seeing that. It was nice seeing that because where they were years ago when Sonny shot Dante to where we are now, I gotta sit there and say it is pretty impressive. If you've been watching it, as long as if you've been watching it for that a long time, it's pretty impressive to see. And he paid for that house for a while. And I know he was always looking into it, but you tell me you just now recently found out, like, what, last year or something like that, that he paid for the house? Really? You're a detective, right? Anyway, so enjoy the holidays. Michael was making sure that, Nina gets hers. No talking. I think, Jocelyn was there too. And then, at the hospital, Gladys comes to pick up Sasha and Brando. They take him to Sonny's place. I was kind of wondering, was it a good idea? Because when they walked into the room, they just kind of just stood there. And it's just a very awkward thing to kind of walk into a place and having everyone look at you a certain way where it's like they don't know what to say, or, you know, it's just very awkward and it's a little uncomfortable. So I was like, is this a good idea? But it was a good idea, and, you know, they welcomed him into the family, and not gonna lie, I was kind of sad a little bit. And, you know, towards the end, you know, they seemed like they got closer, Sasha and Brando. And I think that was pretty much the question that a lot of people were sitting there wondering. Was this going to bring them closer or further apart? And it seemed like it brought them closer. And, you know, seeing them hug and kiss and just kind of just be out there looking up at the stars. It was nice. It was actually nice. It was the second probably favorite moment of this episode. And I usually don't sit there and like gush or anything like that about moments like that, but seeing what they've been through, you know, for a person, I guess I'm somewhat of a cynic a little bit. Even I couldn't be like, that was actually pretty nice. So yeah, some nice moments. You know, between Brando and Michael and Sonny and Sasha and Carly and Willow and Jocelyn. Nice moments, you know, nice little holiday Hallmark kind of moments. This episode's still boring, but it has some good moments, so it looks like tomorrow's episode is going to be a lot better, so I am definitely looking forward towards that, and I think that's about it. I'm pretty sure I probably missed a couple of scenes here or there, but for the most part, I think I kind of wrapped everything up, mostly. With that being said, I'm going to go. I want to thank everyone for watching. Be safe. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section below. See you next video.